My name's Matt. I'm a floor runner. I'm part of the assistant directors team, where we basically coordinate all the logistics on set, anything from transport to changes in schedule, artists into makeup and costume, etc. Taking care of lunches, making sure that everything runs smoothly, basically. Well, I'd like to make my way up the assistant directors chain, which means probably in about 10 years or so I could be the first assistant director, the man who's in charge of the entire set. There are 4 main levels in the assistant directors chain. There's the floor runner, and then there's you work your way up to the 3rd assistant director, who's in charge of the background and sort of passing on messages from the 1st assistant director. The 2nd AD, the assistant director, is in charge of making sure that the call sheet gets put together, which is the whole schedule for the following day's work. And then the 1st assistant director is, as I said, the man in charge of the whole thing. There is a really good atmosphere. You get really close to everyone on set because you spend 13, 14 hours of every day working with these people, so you kind of have to get along with them, because if you don't, it all just falls to pieces, really. And you make some really good friends, and you all have a really good laugh, and everyone loves doing the job, so it's a lot of fun. It has been something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to do this. It wasn't my first career choice. I decided to play it safe. I thought being in the film industry was a bit too dreamy. So I decided to follow something I was good at, which was IT. My dad was a systems analyst in IT, and so I was working with computers from a very young age. It was always very easy for me to get my head around IT, so that's the subject I focused on a lot in school and in college. By the time I got to university, I was repeating myself the whole time I was there for all 2 months. This was stuff that I'd known since I was about 11 or 12. And it was very frustrating knowing that all my friends were coming back saying they were learning new things and I wasn't doing anything of the sort. I was getting bored, really. So I put myself out as a background artist, an extra, in order to get some time on set to see, to have a look at the departments, what I think I might enjoy doing. And I remember I saw the assistant directors on my first shoot, and I immediately took an admiration for them. So I wrote a lot of letters and emails, made some phone calls. This was spanning over about a year and a half before I managed to get a positive response. So it took a very long time, and it was very demoralising. I mean, I got depressed a number of times, but eventually I got a positive response, which was great. The response I got, which led me to my first job, was a phone call, and he offered me 6 weeks unpaid work on a feature film. So he, in order to cover for the fact that I wasn't working, he threw me in front of the camera every week so I could get some money for being a background artist or an extra. Although the last week of shooting we filmed in the Isle of Man, and I flew myself out there at my own expense. The production refused to pay for me because I was a work experience, which I think reflected well. Because I knew that showing the enthusiasm for the job would get me future work and show that I was more than willing to do anything for the job. If I could have changed anything, I wish I started earlier. I wish I decided to go for it straight away and got it immediately without the hardship and the rejection that I had to go through, but it's what I needed to do in order to get where I am. So it was all worth it.